Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Wednesday, February 12th, 2020. Thanks for joining me. I want to shoot straight from the hip with some of you all out there. I want to thank you for tuning in. I've got a two-part video I'm going to do right now. And the first thing I'd like to discuss is YouTube itself. I understand that everyone is diverse, everyone is different, everyone has different opinions about subject matter, and I feel like there is a way of discussing things and there's a way of relaying your comment without being ignorant. I understand we all can get a little hype, some people get belligerent, whatever, but I would like to say that I try my best to be as open and honest with my commentary because I wouldn't be myself if I didn't. I also noticed that in my comment section there are some of you who have been witnessing different things transpiring with other YouTube channel holders, having issues with other holders. Some of you are commenting about being blocked or whatever, or not liking what's going on other people's channels. Let me tell you all something. This is social media. You can't believe half the stuff you see on social media, half the stuff you hear on social media. One thing I think that most people haven't really understood is that you don't know the people that you're watching on social media. It could be a Facebook friend. It could be anyone's Facebook page, Facebook group. It could be YouTube itself, the channel holders, the commenters. You don't know these people. And I think a lot of you are putting stock in people you don't know anything about. And you're getting upset and hype about strangers. And that's what you need to understand about social media. That the people you're looking at posting pictures and scenery and birthday cakes and meals and whatever it is that they're talking about, you don't know them. And a lot of you get upset at things that they're saying, but you still don't know them. They don't know you. And you don't know the other commenters. And what I'm trying to say is that I'm the type of person, I don't like static, I don't like drama. So I prefer that you not bring anything over here to Everyday Shenanigans about any issues you're having with someone else. I'm not trying to be funny or facetious, but what I'm trying to say is when you talk about these people, whether you don't mention their name or you do mention their name, that brings static here. Little do you know, and you may not mean any harm, but you see other people read your comments and they go back and repeat what you just wrote. And I don't want to get involved in anybody else's beef, personal beef with channel holders and commenters, YouTube channel holders versus another holder, because I'm not that invested in YouTube like that. And I've said this to people. I really don't think a lot of you really understand that this isn't my life. My life doesn't revolve around YouTube, you see. I can go days and never look at the comments, days without looking at other YouTube holders' videos. What I watch on YouTube are decorating videos. I've told you all that 1,000 times. That's just who I am. This isn't my life. And I think a lot of you all are caught up in social media. You're wrapped up in it too tight. I mean, wound up tight. You're wound up in the comments. You're wound up in the channel holders' lives. You're wound up in the Facebook posts and the Facebook rhetoric that you see these crazy ass people talking about. When you all going to realize it ain't what you think it is? A lot of it's just foolishness. Lonely people posting stuff on their Facebook page, lonely people commenting, hell, lonely people with a channel. It's keeping it real, because what you all don't realize is that we are all human, and I just don't want anything negative coming here, because at the moment I don't have an issue with anybody on YouTube. Rather, I like what some people are talking about. That's my personal opinion. And I don't ever divulge that to you all because I'm not using my platform for that. I'm not going to use my channel for that. You know, I've joked around about certain people, but my thing is I'm not somebody you want to go toe-to-toe with. I've let that be known in my comments because I always tell people if Big Ange was to ever get ugly, it'd be some water in the eyes when I got through. I don't play. And I'm not using my platform for that. And I pray I don't ever have to go that route to get jiggy with another YouTube holder or commenter. I don't have that kind of time. And as I stated, I don't want to use my platform for that. But what I will say is that I understand that some of you go to other channels. You may comment. Maybe the people there, moderators, holder, don't like what you're saying. They block you. That is their choice. I don't have anything to do with that. As I stated to one commenter, If you want to stay, stay. If you don't, then don't. I don't have anything to say about anybody. I prefer not to even know who you're talking about because I don't want to be wrapped up in that. Because as I state, my platform is not for that. I just wanted to make that clear. Now, for those of you who have followed me with the storyline of the Vanishing Bride, baby. Woo, baby. That heifer is on one. Do you hear me? Oh, yeah, you know I'm getting ready to put the 411 to you. How about she's back? Of course, you all know that. Sickly, went to the emergency room the day after she got back. She went to that next morning. Doctor told her she's having issues, health problems, diabetic, heart, kidney problems. She got depressed a week or so ago with the diagnosis from the emergency room. Upset, I guess, because she's having health issues, which she exacted because she went over there, stayed too long, didn't have her medicines that she needed, which was all orchestrated, articulated on her behalf. As I stated to you guys, she paid her bills up front before going there. So everything was articulated, no misunderstandings. She did this to herself. She did this to herself. Now I find out this week that no churches helped with the return ticket. No friends, no family helped with the return ticket. Guess who paid for the ticket? Her husband's brother-in-law. Yeah, you're hearing me. Somebody who's working hard to own a business over there in Africa, barely living probably himself, feeding his family. I don't know if he's married. I mean, if he's got kids or whatever, I don't know all that. But brother-in-law, I'm assuming, he is married. So we already know the value of the American dollar versus the European currency versus African currency. You can do the rest. And the fact now this man's going to probably be 7 months in the hole trying to work to recoup the money he just spent sending her back here. It's messed up. Because one, why didn't they go to him before? Maybe it was a last-ditch effort. I don't know. Obviously it was because nothing fell through here. But then the flip side of that is I'm hearing she didn't follow through with the people here who was allegedly supposed to be helping to get her home. So what happened with the churches that she was supposed to, that her friend was supposed to be talking to, a certain church to get her home? What are you saying? You didn't talk to the people? You didn't call them back? What? As I stated to you guys, she didn't have a phone, so she was using his phone, Wi-Fi, internet service, or Facebook page for talking to people, which is crazy to me. This man going in a hole with a business to get her here. But like I said, a lot of foreign people are family oriented. So maybe he thought, hey, I'm helping out a brother-in-law get his wife home because I can see she's ailing. She needs to get home. She's sickly. And as I just told somebody, hey, he probably saw how she was looking, saw she needed to get home, knew she has a life here. She's got to get back to pay her bills and take care of her business. Now, was there an arrangement for her to pay the money back to him? I don't know. Hopefully, she will pay him back dollar for dollar because he's owed that money. And no matter if it was him, a friend, a church member, church organization, she needs to pay whoever that money back. But guess what? Excuse me. Itching sinuses. It's one thing now that I tell you that the husband's brother-in-law paid her ticket back. But how about this heifer done turned on her friend, the main one who was here, rallying for her to get her back, to get her sound and safe, to get her help with her health. She's now turned on her because obviously she's been going back telling the husband what she and the friend have been talking about, or whatever the friend has said to her that she didn't like. And my understanding is that the friend here, I guess, read her or told her how she felt about the scenario and the situation. So now the Vanishing Bride got an attitude and feeling some type of way, and now she is no longer speaking to the very friend that was here in the States trying to help get her home. That's messed up, and it's grimy. And it goes to show you this queen got more sense than you all were. Some of you, let's say, were trying to act like she didn't have no sense. She was so head over heels in love and woo, woo, woo. What is one thing I keep telling you all who really listen to what I say when I'm on this jukebox? It's always in the details. The truth is always in the details. That queen knew what she was doing before she left. When she paid her bills in full or whatever, which one she paid, it was articulated, formulated. She knew what she was doing. She leaned on the fact, on faith, that some random person would pay her way back, and they did. She's now turned on the very friend who was rallying beside her for her to get her back here safely. And now she's turned on that same person because she don't like whatever it is that that lady told her about the said situation between she and this visit to Africa. Whatever she said to her, she had every right. Because she was stupid to go over there without a round trip ticket. She was stupid to go over there without extra money. She was stupid to go over there without having extra money. Extra medicine. You could have went to the doctor and told them, hey, I might be there 2 months. Let me get an extra prescription. Do you mind? Long as you in lieu with these people, you cool with the pharmacy, your doctor, they don't think you're an addict or anything crazy. They don't mind giving you an extra prescription. They know you're going to be traveling. You're not going to know until you ask. But see, this is where I have the problem with this lady. If you don't really know people, you don't know what's the truth. You don't know what they're saying is the truth. You don't know if they ever asked the doctor for extra medicine. You don't know that what they're telling you about the situation is the truth. You don't know anything. Who goes all this way to marry somebody that didn't have a pot to piss in? No money, no decent job, no car. He didn't have his own apartment, own home. He can't even send you back home. He's spending what little money he makes on taxi fare and food. But yet every time you look at a picture, you the shrinking lady. You the shrinking lady versus the vanishing bride. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is crazy to me. And now you get back here and you've turned on the very person who's trying to help you because of a Facebook post. Woo, leave it to Facebook. The friend posted on the husband's page, glad that you're coming home. Well, that means they had to have been talking for her to know, the friend, that she was coming home. So I felt like, why is he getting an attitude because she posted that to his page? But remember I told you all he felt some type of way and told her, silly comment. Why you posted on my page? Yeah. She lets him know you can be blocked. Woo woo. They go back and forth. Real small exchange. But the point I'm trying to make is that what's the problem? She didn't have a phone while she was there. She's in a foreign land. She doesn't have the same service. She can't talk to people. Obviously, Wi-Fi was not readily available in the places that they were staying because now we know he didn't have nowhere to stay, so they were staying with different relatives. Come on, Lotta. Come on now. Let's keep this 100. So why are you getting upset because her friend is glad that she's coming home? So you see where I'm going with this? All these people involved, shady, crazy, grimy, disrespectful, older lady, veteran, got more hustle than somebody standing on a street corner. Guy she married, he could be her grandson. What is his stake in all this? Did he marry her thinking she got money, she can get him on, woo, 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 get him to America? Woo, he can live the life of Riley, whatever. But yet, homeboy's still over there. You see where I'm going with this? Because the grass ain't always green on the other side. Hell, sometimes it ain't even no grass over there. You looking at straight concrete, keeping it 100. This is crazy. All this trouble. All this crying and moaning about her ready to get home. She's reaching out to people to get home. Talking to her good friend. Left her car with a friend allegedly. Now, I don't know if this is the same friend that she's been talking with. I'm not really sure. Maybe not. But the point is, somebody still had to get you to the airport in the beginning to get you over there. Somebody had to pick you up from the airport this round. You had to come home, pay your bills up. So you have, keep your bills in order for the month of February. And you turn on the very friend that was there rallying for you and trying to get you home safely, talking to your landlord, your property manager, talking to various people, probably your friends, family, churches to get you home, and organizations to get you home safely, to get probably your bills in order. Who knows all the people and avenues that lady was talking on behalf of her so-called friend. And now that heifer got the nerve to be back on American soil and feel some type of way and turn on her because she don't like what she said about the situation. I'll tell you what, I'd have read that heifer right. I'd have told her, let me tell you something. Friends are far and few. I didn't even have to take up and listen to your problems, but I'm your friend, so I listen. I tried to help you because I'm your friend. But the fact you want to get jiggy with me, it's a wrap. You see, this is why I keep trying to tell all of you. Those of you who do listen, everybody ain't your friend. Everybody rallying for you ain't rallying for you. And now you see, here's an elderly lady who goes abroad, marrying a man she does not know anything about, marrying a man she knew didn't have anything to offer her. She's old enough to be his grandmother, and he couldn't even send her back. And then she returns and turns on her friend who was trying to help get her back home safely. And now she mad at the world and depressed because she's sickly. But she did this to herself by going over there and not being properly in tune with her business, going there without having proper money and medicine. That's her fault, and she did that to herself. And now that I'm spinning this web of her turning on a friend, that just goes to show you that even when I first came to you all with this video, not really knowing all the circumstances, the evidence was there all along. Homegirl had game, and she manipulated people to get there and to get back. And in the end, she turned on people who were nice and kind to her. So somebody like that I wouldn't fool with, and I wouldn't care what was going on with her. And if she carries her tail back over there, she'd be on her own. And the next time, she may not get back. And the next time, they'll either bury her over there, or they'll send her back in a box. And one thing about that, who's going to sign for the box to get back here? Let's just say the worst case scenario. I'm just keeping this real. Because you see, if you didn't have support getting back here alive, what support would you have if you did? This is Everyday Shenanigans. Began speaking to you. Thanks for joining me. Like and share. Drop your comments below. I'm out of here. Bye.